Since it's seeming possible that the Darth Maul series on Disney Plus could potentially introduce Darth Talon into official canon, I thought I'd make this video speaking on the Sith introduced in Star Wars Legends. The Twi'lek Darth Talon story is an interesting one due to the fact that it takes place over 100 years after the Galactic Civil War, the Empire, the Death Star, Vader, and of course everything else. She grew up and was raised on the Sith homeworld of Korriban as part of the One Sith, a new Sith order to put it simply. Under the mentorship of Darth Ruin, she was raised to be a highly skilled and of course deadly assassin. Even though she learned from her master Ruin, she was highly loyal to another Sith, that being Darth Krayt, Emperor of the One Sith. Krayt saw much power and potential in Talon, and acting on his orders, Talon would slay her own master Darth Ruin, without hesitation, and take her place as one of Krayt's most trusted assassins. Darth Talon would travel the galaxy working for her master Krayt, and going on various missions, even having run-ins with bounty hunter and one-time Jedi in his youth, Cade Skywalker, a descendant of course of Anakin and Luke. Krayt and Talon would even attempt to lure Cade to join the One Sith and tried to train him in their ways. This, however, was unsuccessful. Sometime later, Skywalker would defeat Darth Krayt, ending his rule as Sith Lord and injuring Talon in the process, though she would survive her wounds. After this, Talon and the One Sith would operate in a more stealthy manner after the loss of their founder and emperor, as they still attempted to take the fight to the Jedi. Darth Talon was a very acrobatic and well-trained combatant, capable of great speeds and high stamina. Similar to another Sith, that being Darth Maul, she would sometimes use flips and jumps to disorient and gain the upper hand on her opponents. She was very confident, capable, and comfortable with a lightsaber and would typically fight using only one hand. The fact that the founder and emperor of the new Sith Order, Darth Krayt, chose her to be one of his assassins shows how proficient she was in combat as well as her use of the Force. Being raised on the Sith world of Korriban, she of course was surrounded by other members of the One Sith who she could watch, listen to, and learn from an early age. And as we already mentioned, she managed to kill her own master Darth Ruin when she submitted herself to her new master, Krayt. Talon was also very skilled in the uses of telekinesis, mind manipulation, and force lightning, to name only a few. Black Sith tattoos covered Talon's body, which were earned in combat and given to her by Darth Krayt himself. Considering that these markings were earned in combat and as her body was covered by them, that again shows how skilled and well-trained Darth Talon really was. Although she is a Twi'lek, these black tattoos as well as her red skin color does give her a resemblance to Darth Maul, and as we've mentioned, she does also display some of the same characteristics as the Sith, especially in combat. Though in Legends, Maul and Talon's timeline is over a century apart, this may not be the case in canon if we really are going to be introduced to this Sith who could perhaps come to be an apprentice of Darth Maul. And as we know, that was George Lucas's original plan for his sequel trilogy of films. While training and in combat, Talon used a red, single-bladed lightsaber. A unique weapon in its appearance, its hilt had a distinct, natural, somewhat organic design, with grooves that intertwined from end to end. At the top of the hilt, the weapon's emitter featured a crown of jagged claws which gave it an even more intimidating appearance. The single-bladed weapon, designed for lethal combat, served Talon well throughout her time as a Sith, as she carried out countless missions throughout the galaxy, in service to Darth Krayt and the One Sith. Darth Talon is a really interesting character, and if you'd like to get to know her better, the comic series Star Wars Legacy is where her story really takes place, along with Darth Krayt, Cade Skywalker, and others. I hope you enjoyed this brief look into the character, and let me know if you're excited for her potential introduction into Star Wars canon. I'm really enjoying Maul Shadow Lord so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So thank you all for watching, and until the next one, of course, may the Force be with you.